Hulk, you have, obviously everyone knows who you are and what you've accomplished. And now, and tell me if I have this wrong, Hulk, you are getting into business with one of the guys who has really taken over the marijuana and the CBD industry in Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, I am. Mike and Ric Flair.
Mike and Rick, right? Your buddy Ric
Yeah,
Flair.
we're all
So,
getting together. We're the Three Musketeers now.
yeah, what do you have going on? I know you have a new line. It's not just CBD, THC as well, and also mushrooms, which I know is something that a lot of people have been getting into lately. So why don't you tell us what you have going on, Hulk?
Well, across the board, it's a fitness and wellness journey. And in the last 10 years, I've had 28 surgeries. It's just been insane. And from everything I've been through, the pain and the inflammation and the prescriptions the doctors would give you, that whole training, prayers, and eat your vitamins kind of got rattled a little bit. So there was a way to slow walk things back to get back to center, to get back to health again. And, when I saw what Rick and Mike were doing, I instantly wanted to get on the team because to use CDB for energy, for sleep, for fitness, it just made sense. It's a logical extension of where I already was, but this is the safe way to approach things instead of that wild card way from the doctors and the
Right.
prescription stuff. It just didn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, has this been helpful, Hulk? Obviously, the surgeries, what your body has been through, has been well documented, and we know that these pain pills are so incredibly addicting and so dangerous. Has CBD and THC made a big difference in how you feel on a day in day out basis physically?
Well, it definitely helped me because, as I said, the slow walk back from the prescription drugs
Yeah.
ended with me downing the Tylenols and the Advils and the
Yeah.
Aleve, and finally, even that wasn't working for me. So, as I moved away from that and got into the CBD world, it really changed the game from my sleep to the inflammation, the way my wrists and my joints hurt across the board. It helped me with my health.
Chad, how about getting into a business with a guy like Hulk? We know how big the partnership with Mike has been, and with Rick too. How about getting into it with the guy who you might be the
Yeah.
greatest and the most famous wrestler to ever step foot in the ring?
Listen, you know what I've learned. You being at TMZ, you've done a lot of celebrities. We work with Mike and Rick, and spending time with Hulk over the past several months. Like they're a different breed in the sense of how they treat people. Right? They're hardworking. If they put their name on something, they actually work and make sure that if their name's on it, they're hustling it and making sure that people understand the value. And I think it gives the cannabis space, the CBD space, the mushroom space, they're destigmatizing it because you're seeing a lot more sports organizations like the NBA. The NBA is now coming out and saying that you can use THC, right? And CBD is now sponsoring PFL. So you're going to see more. UFC is more open to it. So more and more organizations are getting involved in the fact that how they help people. And so working with Hulk, working with Rick, and working with Mike has been amazing. And we're excited. And we're going to continue to focus on all the health and wellness products, and their stories are part of the reason why people are being more open to utilizing these specific products.
Yeah, you can feel that it's definitely changing. Hulk, is there a place for these products amongst active wrestlers who I'm sure you never feel good? You're wrestling so many times a year. I'd imagine your body never feels right after you get out there for the first time. Is there a place for these products, and could they be useful amongst active professional wrestlers?
Well, in my opinion, yes. I mean, I always joke about I didn't get the memo that this stuff was fake, and after the 10 back surgeries and
Right.
two knees and two
Right.
hips, it's just a situation of you do get hurt out there all the time, especially the first 20 years. I never put my hand up. And when I went back to wrestle The Rock, Vince McMahon goes, well, if you're going to get a chair shot, you're going to put your hand up. I said, why? Because I always took it wide open. So the brain fog, and after you've been knocked out a few times, it just kind of gave me clarity and straightened things up for me. Yeah. And I feel better than I've ever felt at 69 years old. I feel like I'm 25 again.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, do I think it's something that would help the WWE, the wrestlers right now? Yes, I do. Especially now, as hard as they're running, they do more stuff in the ring in one match than I did in a whole month. And they're just tearing their bodies up and working really hard. So I think it would definitely help the whole crew.
I think also the component of sleeping, right? A lot of
Yeah.
professional athletes, the pressure they're under, they don't sleep. So their health and wellness is about bringing different components to your day that all play hand in hand with each other. I think that's one thing that we've seen. I can't speak for Hulk, but I'm guessing it's helped you. But with Rick too, like he's got off of Ambien Xanax with marijuana, right? So it's definitely a less non-addictive, but also doesn't give you that fog that some other prescription drugs do give you.
Wait a minute, Flair hasn't slept for about 30 years.
he's sleeping better now.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, did you ever think, Hulk, that at near 70 you'd say, hey, I feel better than I felt in like 4 decades? I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Well, I mean, I train a couple hours every day, so
Hey,
it's
look at
like
that.
it's still there, it's still there. And I feel, if I don't train, it's who I am.
Right.
But to train through the injuries, it's always been tough. But to have the CDB reduce the inflammation, reduce the pain, it's just so important. And when you're in pain, you got a grumpy face, you got a bad attitude. They used to call me Mr. No. You want to go out and eat? No. You want to go to the beach? No. But now I want to do stuff and hang out. And it's changed my whole mindset. From the mushrooms to the CBD, everything across the board made me healthier.